Have you ever wondered why so many other people seem to be thriving when it comes to their finances and making money, living their best lives? Or at least it looks like they are, right? They're traveling, they're able to buy nice things, they're able to eat great foods, whereas you find yourself constantly struggling. You can't seem to catch a break. You're either living check to check, or you have a job. It might be even a decent or a good job, but it seems that you're always trying to play catch up. It seems like you're just barely making it by. You're robbing Peter to pay Paul some months, or maybe you have a business of your own or a side hustle of your own, and it just seems to not be thriving. You can't get past that hump. You're not making any sales. You're not making any money. Well, in this video, what I want to do with you is share with you some of the biggest mistakes people make that keep them broke. And I promise you, if you stick with me to the end, you're probably going to realize one of the 4 big mistakes that people like me and you make on a regular basis. Sometimes we don't even realize we're making these mistakes that are keeping us broke. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right into it. The very first big mistake that people make when it comes to making money and what keeps them broke and what keeps them stuck in the financial level or ceiling that they're at, especially when it comes to business, is they forget what the primary goal of business is. And the primary goal for business is to create wealth producing profits. Now, you might be saying, Gabe, that's common sense, right? I mean, the purpose of a business is to make money. Well, hear me out here. I'm not saying that the purpose is not to make money. Yes, the purpose is to make money, but not only is it to make money, the purpose is to create wealth. Okay, so there's making money. You're making money right now, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're comfortable. The purpose is to create wealth producing income to a point where you are more than comfortable, where you're overflowing, where you're able to take care of yourself and then also take care of people around you. Because here's the thing. And a lot of us end up in this scenario, especially people that are God-fearing Christians, or you don't even have to be a Christian, just good-hearted people. Sometimes we go into things with the intention of helping other people. Now, I will say there's nothing inherently wrong with that. I am a big component of helping other people. I'm a big component of serving others. However, what you have to realize is you cannot fill somebody else's cup if your cup is empty. And the purpose of you creating a business is to generate and create wealth for yourself so that you can help other people. Now, in order to do this, one of the hardest mindsets or concepts for people to understand, especially people that got big hearts that want to help other people, is that you got to be okay with the idea of wealth. Some people have a lot of negative stigma when it comes to wealth, or when it comes to the word rich, or when it comes to the word prosperity. Rich, prosperity, these are all biblical words. Like, God literally uses these words in the Bible, and he uses these words to describe the lifestyle that he wants for his people. So you have to be comfortable with those words. And here's the thing: you will never be something that you do not respect. And what do I mean by that? Some people have a very bad connotation when it comes to rich people. They think rich people are snobby. They think rich people are cheats or crooks. They see somebody that's rich, and the first thing that comes to their mind is, oh, what scam is he doing? Or he must be doing something that's illegal or something along the lines of that. But you will never be something that you don't, in yourself, in your own eyes, respect. So how can you expect to generate wealth, generate riches, generate abundance regarding finances in your life if when you look at other people that have that and you look at them with disgust? Whether it's animosity or whether it's speculation, it's never going to work for you, because you're never going to be something that you secretly don't like. And you might not think that you do that, but really check yourself when you are seeing somebody like that. When you see someone drive by you with a fancy Lamborghini, what is your first gut reaction? Is your first gut reaction, oh man, like, I wonder what he does, he's probably doing something weird? Or is your first reaction, that's cool, I want to be like that? You really got to be sure where you're coming, because where you are in terms of your mindset there is really going to dictate where you go. So one thing I would encourage you to do is, when you see people that are rich or wealthy, or at least look like they're rich or wealthy, to respect that person, honor that person, because if that's something that you want for yourself personally, then you have to be able to do that for other people. And the media, the government, all of these entities, they want you to not appreciate rich people. I mean, if you even think about it today, and let's say even in our entertainment industry and our culture, many of the villains in the movie industry, whether it's Marvel or DC or whatever, most of the villains are rich business people. You can think of Lex Luthor, the villain in the Superman series. He is a super rich business guy, evil, right? Or a Green Goblin and from Spider-Man, super rich, evil. If you could see this pattern throughout, history or throughout entertainment, where the rich business mogul tends to be the evil guy. Kingpin, for example, evil dude. I don't know if they're doing this on purpose or whatnot. Who knows? I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole. But what I'm saying is that it kind of paints this picture that wealthy people are inherently evil, and that's not necessarily the truth. In fact, there are a lot of wealthy people out there who are the most generous, loving, caring people on the planet, and they're able to use their wealth for good. Now, there are also some wealthy people who are bad and use that for bad things, so I'm not trying to discount that, but you can't throw it all of them in one bucket. Being rich or being poor doesn't make you necessarily a good or bad person, right? Because there are poor people out there who are working hard, doing their due diligence every single day, and they're grinding. But the problem there is that they're working hard and grinding at things that are not going to make them rich. Whereas, there are rich people out there who may not be working as hard, or they are working just as hard, but they're working on things that will make them rich and that will create wealth for themselves and for their families, and build generational wealth for themselves. My point to you here is, check yourself and how you think about and how you relate to people who are wealthy, or people in your family or people that you may know personally that are wealthy. What are your first thoughts that come to you? Are you envious of them? Are you suspicious of them? Those things play a big factor, because you, once again, will never be something that you internally or subconsciously do not like, respect, admire. So really understand how you're looking when it comes to your thoughts about money and about people that have a lot of money. And that's just the first step. But what you want to do is you want to get to a place where you are abundant in and of yourself so that you can help other people. It's not enough to just make money to get by. You want to set your mindset for abundance. You want to set your mindset for overflow, because that is where you will then be at a place to be able to help somebody else, and help somebody else on a level that you really can be called to do. You want to give to missions, or you want to give to a cause, great. You want to help somebody in need, you want to help your family, great. The best thing that you can do is help yourself. Get rich, become wealthy, so that you can help other people. And there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people equate that to being selfish, but there's a really big difference there. There's a difference between being selfish and having self-interest. Okay, having self-interest is, I wake up in the morning and I brush my teeth. That is self-interest. I'm taking care of myself. That doesn't make me a selfish person because I'm brushing my teeth and not brushing my friend's teeth. You know what I mean? So there's a line there, but just because you want to help yourself for yourself to be able to help other people does not make you a selfish person. And I mean, it even says it in the Bible, Proverbs chapter 9, verse 12. It says, if you are wise to your own advantage. But if you scoff, you alone will bear the consequences. What is that saying? That's basically saying, if you are wise, you're going to use that wisdom, you're going to use that ability to help yourself. And then in doing so, you can use your elevation to be able to help other people, because you can't help other people without helping yourself. And if you try to, you may not be able to even help them the way that they need to be helped, or at least the level that they could be helped at. And then at the same time, it comes at a detriment to yourself, which is not the goal here. You shouldn't ever put yourself at a detriment just to help somebody. All right, so that's mistake number one. Mistake number two, when it comes to being broke and staying broke, right? So there are two types of business. Every business falls within these two types. So the two basic types of business are businesses that are focused on products and businesses that are focused on service. Now, I always recommend if your goal is to build wealth, if your goal is to build generational wealth, you want to plug yourself into a business that is product focused. The reason being is if you are in a service-based business, you are automatically tied down based off of the amount of time you are able to use to fulfill that service. I've experienced this personally in myself doing digital marketing, agency work, consulting for clients. Yes, you can make good money, and yes, you can grow that into lucrative businesses, but at some point you really reach a limiting point because you are limited by 24 hours in a day and 7 days in a week. Okay. And you're also limited by your ability, your capability. If you are not working, then money's not being made. You're essentially creating a glorified job for yourself. So what you want to do is you want to focus on creating or going into a business that is product based. So that way your services, which is the product, is not tied to time. You're able to scale that infinitely. You're able to make money while you sleep because you don't have to provide a service to be able to do that. Some of you may be watching this video and you might be thinking, dang, I'm already in a service-based business. You may be a consultant. You may have an agency. You might do, cleaning or home repair or whatever the case may be. Well, if you're in that particular situation, what you can do is you can improve your service-based business in a multitude of ways. One is to figure out and create products that you can sell alongside with your services and group that together. So do you do makeup as a service, for example? You can create makeup tutorials and courses and teach people how to apply makeup to themselves or how to apply makeup to other people. And you could package that as a product that you can sell in addition to your services. Or are you in an MLM? Are you in network marketing? What you can do is you can create informational products around the service or product that you offer. And then you can use that as a service or product, as a product that you sell first before you enroll somebody into your network marketing organization. So that way, not in addition to you growing your network and growing your bottom line there, you're also providing a product that is not attached to your time that you can sell at any point at any time. So these are different ways that you can really help yourself to leverage more income-based activities and open that door for yourself. Now, if you are not in a business yet, or if you're thinking about getting into a business, I recommend starting from the jump with a product-based business, because for those reasons that I've shared with you, it's going to allow you to be able to make more money because the money that you're making isn't going to be attached directly to your time. Third mistake that a lot of people make that are keeping them stuck, keeping them broke, keeping them from breaking through financially is that they are not performing the three functions of business efficiently. Now, just like there were only two types of businesses, product-based and service-based, there are only three functions of business, count them, only three that are really critical to growing a business and scaling financially. Now, there are a lot of arms and different gears and things when it comes to business, but these are the three main categories. And those three main categories are, I'm gonna list them off and then I'm gonna go into each one. So it's innovation, marketing, and money management. So what is innovation? Innovation is essentially when you go into a marketplace and you either find, you create, you invent, or you invest into some kind of product or service that the marketplace is crying for. You're essentially going into the marketplace, you're finding a problem that is paining a lot of people, that a lot of people are struggling with, and you create a solution for that specific problem. So that's innovation. The second function of business is marketing. So marketing in and of itself is the art and science of discovering and developing in other people the desire for more of a product, service, or opportunity. So that's where you get into the creative aspect of things, but it's also a science too as well, because not only do you have to get people's attention, you also have to understand people's needs, people's wants, and be able to portray exactly what it is that your product or service is going to solve for them, and give it to them in a way that they are empowered to make the decision in and of themselves. So it's not being pushy, it's not being salesy as they call it, but it's really enlightening and empowering people to make a decision that they already want to make themselves through marketing. Okay. And then the third piece, or the third function of business, is money management. And money management is basically making sure that more money isn't going out than is coming in, right? Because no matter how much money you're making, if more money is going out, you're always going to be struggling, always going to be broke. So these are the three fundamental functions of business. And what you want to do is you want to do an audit on yourself. If you're already in a business and a business opportunity, ask yourself, which one of these three criteria are you doing, and which ones are you not doing and not doing well? Because if you're struggling financially, there's probably a gap or a hole or some inefficiency in one of these functions within your business. You know, if it's either your product or service isn't answering or fulfilling a major need in the marketplace that people really actually want to buy, not something that you want to sell because you are passionate about it and you feel like you want to sell it because it's you. Other people actually need to care about it too. Your marketing, your ability to be able to share with people the actual solution to their problems and their solution, so they can fix and they can live the life that they want, or they can solve the problem that they're looking for. And the money management is just making sure that, you know, if you're making money, great, but how much money are you keeping? How much money are you reinvesting into the business? And making sure those numbers are looking right, because you can't, just like you can't outwork a bad diet, you're not going to be able to grow a business that has bad money management principles within that particular business. It's just not going to happen. You're always going to be on a treadmill, running, going nowhere. By the way, out of all of these principles, or out of all of these functions, which one do you think is the most important? The most important is marketing. And the reason being is marketing is the linchpin between all of these, because if you have a great product or service, but you're not able to share it with people effectively, then you might as well not have a product or service to begin with. But let's say on the other hand, you have money management skills. You're great with managing money, but without marketing, you're not going to be able to sell anything in the first place, and you're not going to have any money to manage. So marketing is really the bridge between these things. So if you're like, Gabe, I don't know which one to focus on, the first one I would say you would want to get dialed down is the marketing, because there are businesses that you can do where you don't necessarily need to create the product. I'll actually share some of that information for you, later this video, or stick with me to the end and I'll give you some insight on that. There are businesses that you can do where you don't have to worry about the product. You can just focus on the marketing and still make great money. Or there's businesses where you don't have to worry about the money management aspect of things. You can focus on the marketing. So if there's one particular area that if you came to me and said, hey, which one out of these three would I prioritize? It would be marketing. Okay. And finally, mistake number 4. So this is the fourth mistake most people make when it comes to finances and being broke, especially when it comes to their business. And that is not doing one of the 4 pillars of growing your business. Now, there are only 4 ways to grow your business. If you do any of these, your business will grow incrementally. If you do all of these, your business is going to grow exponentially. So you really want to look and see which ones are you doing and which ones aren't you doing, and how can you leverage all 4 of these. So the four ways to grow a business is increase your customers. This is where most people start. I need more customers. I need more sales. I need more clients. It's the place where most people start. It's also the most expensive. It's the most expensive way to actually scale and grow a business, but it needs to be done. It is an aspect of your business that needs to happen, but it's also probably one of the most expensive ways to do it. Number 2 is you want to increase the amount of money you get per client or customer. Now, you can do this in a variety of different ways. You can do this through upsells, downsells. You can add a product line to your already existing products. There's a lot of different ways where you can leverage more income from customers that already exist from you. The third thing is increasing the frequency at which you sell your customers. So, what you can do here is instead of having your customers buy once from you, you want them to buy 2, 3, 4, 5 times from you. And you can do that with subscription-based models. You can do that by creating and formulating your business in a way where they're able to purchase more times from you. And the fourth thing that you can do to increase and grow your business is to sell and go after your big buyers. Those people that will buy not just one product from you, but 10, 20, 50, 100 products from you. Those are the cash machines, so to speak. And those are people that you want to really invest your time and energy towards, because it's a lot easier to sell to customers that are already customers than it is to go out and find and sell to new customers. Now, once again, if you do all of these things, you're going to grow your business exponentially. If you do one or two of these things, or some of these things, you will still grow. Don't get me wrong. It's just not going to be as fast as you could really tap into. So that's it for this video. Those are the 4 biggest mistakes that people make that keep them broke when they're trying to grow a business or whether they're trying to improve their financial situation. One of the best business models that I can recommend for beginners is affiliate marketing. I've been doing digital marketing for several years now, and that is the one type of marketing that I think is really easy for beginners to start. You can do it with only a couple hours a day, 1 or 2 hours a day, and you don't have to worry about the innovation aspect of one of those mistakes that I had mentioned, right? Because the product service already taken care of themselves. You don't have to worry about the service and the fulfillment. It's already taken care of. You don't even have to worry about the money management of the business. You just have to manage your own personal finances, because no one's going to come do that for you, right? But affiliate marketing, I think, is the easiest way to get started. It's an easy way to grow and scale, make money that is not attached to your time. But also, and the beautiful thing about it too, is it allows you to build your personal brand, which I personally believe is one of the best investments that you can make. Building a personal brand long term is going to open up doors for you that really a lot of these things will not. So if you're able to build your personal brand and make money on the side while doing that and encompassing that within your already busy schedule in life, I think that's a win-win. So if you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, check out some of my other videos. Check out the link that I got down in the description. But outside of that, that's it for this video. I hope this video was helpful. Hope you got some value from it. If you did, or if you have any questions, make sure you leave them down in the comment section below. You know, do all the YouTube stuff if you found this video helpful. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. And I will catch you on the next video.